Okay, good morning to everyone. So please prepare your model test paper, Pelangi set 1, paper 2. We still have 3 questions need to go through. And after that, we will go to another one is Saspadi set 2, paper 1. Or set 2, paper 1. So first of all, maybe we take the attendance first for this morning. Wilson, Shafika, Stephanie, Rumi. No, Shafika, are you here? Yeah. No, Shafika. Joseph. Is it Joseph here? And Jane, Gloria, Evelyn, Elena, Larissa, Alia. So we still have Rosiana, Nazim, and Dayang. Okay, the else are okay. So I think that we start because now it's already 7:31 now. Okay, 7:31. Okay, wait down. Okay. So last Friday we stopped at question number 14, right? Okay, now we go to question number 15. Okay, question number 15. Where is that 15? Yeah. Okay. A company wants to buy 2 types of office chair with the wheels and without wheels for the workers used in the office. The company wants to buy S chair with the wheels and Y chair without the wheels. The purchase of the chair is based on the following conditions. Number 1, the total number of chairs with the wheels and without wheels is not more than 100. So first of all, maybe we can write down the, you are already given the X is a wheel chair, and then the Y is without wheels office chair. Okay, if like that, you don't need to write down the S and Y anymore. You can direct using the SY lah. Okay. Where is that? This one. Okay, so not more than. How do you mean the not more than? Not more than means less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. Number 2, the number of chair without wheels. This one is Y. Okay, is at least 40 chairs more than. At least. What do you mean by at least? Greater than or equal to. 40 chair more than. So plus 40 loh. Ataupun 40 plus X lah, because the number of chair with well box. Okay. So first of all, you need to write 2 linear inequalities. So this time exam, the first try exam, section B, one of the question is something like this. You are given the situation like this, and then you need to write down the linear inequalities, draw the graph, and solve the problems. Solve the given problems. So we have this type of question 9. How many marks? 9 marks, I think. For this, something like this. Just a situasi saja berlainan. Okay, so I take the answer from one of your friends. Okay, so S plus Y less than or equals to 100. And kalau tadi awak buat Y greater than 40 plus X is okay. Is correct. Tapi pelajar ini dia pindah X to the left, Y minus X. Sebenarnya maksudnya sama lah. Lebih 40 maksudnya Y minus X greater than or equals to 40. Correct. Okay, so this is for part A, two linear inequalities. If your linear inequalities is wrong, so no more lah. Tidak ada lagi ya. So make sure that the linear inequality should be do it well. So nanti apabila exam, make sure that the section B and C should be very very careful because kalau salah dia markah besar, big marks. For example, this question if you wrong, 9 marks already gone. So maybe you need to double check for section B and C lah, especially. Section A is still okay because some of the time only 3 marks, 4 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. So kalau salah pun 4 marks, but section B and C ini very big marks, so should be very careful. Okay, after you get the linear inequalities, two linear inequalities, section B you need to draw the graph. Okay, draw the graph. The graph should be something like this. Saya dapati ramai yang boleh lukis dengan betul. Tetapi garis ini mesti memanjang ke, jangan stop di sini ya. Kena memanjang macam pelajar ni. You need to draw a longer straight line, no? A longer straight line. So this is number one is this one. This one is y equals to 40 plus x. Kalau boleh tulis equation beside the line, okay, and then this one is s plus y not less than equal to 100. Apabila kita buat dalam graph, we use equal. And then the x-axis, y-axis, all the scale you are given already, 2 centimeter to 10 units. Okay, and this is very clear. This graph is correct lah. Okay, and then the shadow region is here, right? Okay, so please do your correction if you are wrong. Siapa lagi left? Stephanie. Okay, and then Stephanie. Okay, so you tapi kebanyakan yang saya semak is okay lah. Just a few student is wrong lah. So you do the correction. Maybe you jot down first. 4 marks for this graph. 4 marks. Okay, and then C from the graph state the maximum number of chair with wells and without wells that can be bound and need to adhere to the given conditions. Okay, so kalau saya tengok di sini maximum, have you seen the words maximum here? Mana maximum? Maximum number. Okay, means that we need to find the maximum point. No? Okay, actually very easy. For this type of questions, you just try to find the vertices. Vertices are 1, bucu sini 2 and 3. Kita ada 3 bucu di sini. Which one is the maximum? Okay, so for this one is 0.40. Means that we buy without wells chair 40, but we didn't buy any wells chair. Impossible, right? Kita mesti ada yang beli dengan kerusi beroda, so ini tak mungkin lah. And then for this one, 0.100, yes, 0.100 is bigger than 0.40 just now. But you need to remember that impossible, we didn't buy any wells chair, right? So this point also didn't consider. And the last one, this is a 30-70. 30-70, this is a maximum. So it means that we need to buy 30 wells chair and 70 without wells chair. So the answer is 30 and 70. Actually, you are asking to find the maximum point. Maximum point, and then after that, you state the maximum number. So the chair with the wells 30, chair without wells 70. That is okay. Can or not? Alia, boleh kah? Boleh jawab saya?
Boleh, sir.
Yeah, very good. Okay. So, jangan lupa malam ini ya.
Okay, sir.
Alright. Ya, Nazim, good morning. Where are you? Why you kenapa lewat ah? Why you late?
Baru sudah.
Okay, 7:30 is too early. Okay. So pagi ini tinggal Rosiana yang belum masuk lagi ya. Stephanie sudah quick tadi. Mungkin line dia tak bagus lah. Okay, so we continue. Okay, so 30-70 ya. Okay, and then the last part D. Okay, last part D ya. Given a reason. Kalau kita tengok sekarang SPM questions now, many times sekarang kalau kita tengok soalan always have a questions last part questions always ask the student justify your answer, give your reason, right? So that is kebat lah. Tetapi maka dia tidak banyak, only 1 marks or 2 marks. So don't too worry ya. Saya tidak tahu beri sebab it's okay. Normally just give what you understand about the questions. Give a reason why the company cannot buy 40 chairs with wheels and 50 chairs without wheels. 40, 50. So we try to find a point 40, 50. 40, 50 is here. Ini 40, 50 ya. 40, 50. Kalau awak lah why ya? Kenapa kita tak boleh beli 40, 50 ya, Syafiqah? Kenapa syarikat itu tidak boleh beli 40 wheelchair and 50 without wheelchair? Why? Syafiqah? Yeah, you are. Kenapa?
Tak ada lorek.
Tak ada lorek? Ya, maksudnya macam itu. Tapi bagaimana you nak terangkan? Saya bagi awak maka ke ini? Adakah saya beri maka kepada awak ini? Satu
Saya
maka.
tak jawab yang D.
Oh, you tak jawab D. Okay. So maybe you can answer like this, 40, 50 at this point do not satisfy. Do not satisfy the shader region. Dia tidak ada di dalam kawasan pelorek kan? So kalau tidak ada dalam kawasan pelorek, maksudnya itu semua tidak boleh kita terima. Okay, so maybe you can write down. You write down, tak ada tempat saya tulis, okay. 40, 50 are outside, okay, outside the shaded region. This is for part D, part D, shaded region. Okay, outside the shaded region. And outside the shaded region means what? And not satisfy, tidak memuaskan, not satisfy both inequalities. Okey, dia tidak memuaskan ketaksamaan yang kita tulis tadi. Dia tidak ada di dalam itu. Bolehkah Syafiqah? Bukan Syafiqah. Dayan. Yeah, another one. Dayan. Yeah, where are you, Dayan?
Yes.
Okay, So that is
Yes.
answer for D, yes. Answer for D. Okay, next we go to 16. Question 16. Question 16. Question 16. Okay, so write down. So after that, we go to question 16. If you are wrong, please do the corrections, Jen. Jen, saya belum semak lagi awak itu. Nanti saya akan semak lah. Okay. Jen, malam ini, Jen, okay, Oh, Jen tidak mau bercakap. Okay, next we go to section C. Yeah, this is C. This time our section C is about insurance. The whole question 15 marks is about the insurance. So you need to remember, I do the question for medical insurance. So you need to remember how to do the deductible and apa lagi ya? Core insurance and so on yang berkaitan dengan medical lah. Saya buat medical insurance. Okay. So bahagian itu mesti mahir 15 marks. Okay. So table shows the frequency distribution of a mass in kilogram of 100 students in the school. You are given the mass 40 to 49 until 90 to 99. Okay. All right. We have any student in class 5 elite 90 above for the mass? Tak pasti. Nazim ada kah?
Oh.
Okay. Frequency, we have 8, 15, 30, 27, 14, and 6. Okay. Based on the table 2, complete the table. Okay, this one, 2 marks, maybe very easy lah. You just ask to complete the upper boundary, 49.5. Okay, 59.5. 69.5, 79.5, 89.5, and 99.5. Very easy. The frequency is we start from 8 lah. 8. This one is 8 right? 0 plus 8, 8 lah. 8 plus 15, tambah 15 23. 23 plus 30, 53. 53 plus 27, 80. 80 plus 14, 94. And the last one is 100. Okay, 1 marks for each column. Okay, 1 marks for each column. So means that if you are feel wrongly one of the figure, so no more marks for that column. So should be very, very careful. This time soalan saya tidak ada ini. Ada isi jadual ada, but I didn't ask you to draw the graph. I asked you to found the something like this. I found the variance, standard deviation, mean, and so on. Saya tidak suruh buat graph. Saya beri graph, awak cari variance, sisihan, piawai dan mean. Okay, also very big marks section B section B. Okay, ada juga isi inilah jadual. So you need to remember the midpoint and the upper boundary is different. How to find the midpoint, how to find the upper boundary. Okay, so sila ambil kertas exam mengikut jadual yang telah ditetapkan. Ada beberapa hari awak boleh, kalau tak silap ialah minggu, mulai minggu ini hari Khamis or Jumaat. Start from this Friday you can take your exam paper until next Tuesday, and then next Wednesday you start, right? So our math paper is Friday paper 1. Is it Friday paper 1? Thursday or Friday paper 1? bukan Thursday paper 1, next Thursday paper 1, and another week's Monday paper 2 separately. So I hope that pada masa itu we don't have a PDPR, online PDPR tak ada. So awak angkat masa itulah you jawab. And then please be honest. Okay, jangan merujuklah mana-mana buku and do it yourself. Okay, itu baru boleh menunjukkan prestasi yang sebenar. Kalau lemah, nanti kita tambah baik. Kalau awak buat apa itu, maksudnya you ada rujuk and then maka walaupun tinggi tapi saya tak dapat, kita tak dapat keputusan yang valid, nanti saya anggap awak sudah markah tinggi memang bagus tapi sebenarnya awak bukan, kan? So nanti awak tercicil daripada penambahbaikan kita. Okay, so you just try to do the best. Okay, and to be honest, try to do the best. Okay, and all the formula already given inside the paper. I give you inside the paper already. Okay, and then if the question have any mistake, maybe you can ask. Pada masa itu. Okay, so we didn't have a PDPR at that time. Okay, and then section B, you are asking to draw the graph. This is the graph. Is it graph? 16B? No, mean first. You found the mean first. Mean is like this. Yeah, mean. Okay, so this is the mean. Midpoint times frequency. Midpoint. Midpoint. Not mean. Midpoint. Sorry, midpoint. Fs time frequency. Okay, and then sum of midpoint time frequency and divide by the sum of frequency. So that is the mean formula. Okay, so 44.5 is a midpoint, right? So 44.5 times 8, 54.5 times 15, 64.5 times 30, 74.5 times 27, 84.5 times 14, and 94.5 times 6. So all together divide by 100. Kalau mungkin di sini 100, ini kita tutup lah. Tertutup ini. Saya marking itu. Divide by 100 and then the answer should be 68.7. Tidak ada jawapan lain yang boleh diterima. Only one. 68.7. You akan dapat 6,870 divide by 100. So tidak ada jawapan lain untuk mean. Mean 3 marks. Okay, mean 3 marks. And then section C is asking you to draw the ogive. This is ogive. Okay. Yeah, this is ogive. Cumulative frequency against upper boundary. Yes, upper boundary. So start from 39.5 until 99.5. Okay, and then the y-axis cumulative frequency we use 2 cm to 10. Pakai 10 lah, sebab dia 100 kan, sampai 100. And then your graph should be something like this, macam X. Okay, so this is a graph. Most of the student can draw the graph correctly, kecuali ada 1-2 orang pelajar, dia punya x-axis, this is wrong. Dia pakai apa? Dia pakai 39, 49, 59, 69, 79. Itu salah. Remember, ogive, the x-axis only can use upper boundary. Only upper boundary can be accepted. Yang lain semua tidak boleh terima. Midpoint tak boleh, class interval tak boleh. Only upper boundary. So remember, upper boundary only. The else we are not accept. Okay? Okay, and then we go to the last part for this question is about calculate the variance and standard deviation. Saya tahu ruangan di sini memang tak cukup soalan. Memanglah buku kerja ini dia nak jimat ruangan, so memang dia tak bagi ruang yang banyak lah. Tapi dalam exam nanti memang cukup ruang saya rasa. Okay, so variance, the formula is the sum of f(x) square divide by the sum of f and then minus the mean and square. So for this part actually if you want to build a table, boleh juga. You can build a table. For example, this is a frequency, is it? This is a x mah. You can build, you can build fx square. Fx square di sini. Okay, di sini fx square, sorry. You isi di sinilah di tepi jadual. It's okay and then total out the sum of fx square. Boleh awak tak perlu bina jadual baru, you just bina di tepi pun sudah okay. Tapi jangan kacau di dalam lah. Ya. Ini f frequency, midpoint is a x fx square. So you can get the variance is 166.36. 166.36 this is the correct answer. Tepat sekali 166.36. And then standard deviation, this is a 2. Okay, standard deviation is a square root of variance. So square root 166.36. So answer is 12.8981. Yes, correct. 8981. So this student get the full mark for this part for this question 15/15. Terlalu senang lah. Nanti saya rasa exam sebenar tidaklah begitu bahkan C Dia memang ada sedikit kesukaran. Tapi soalan ini sebagai latihan is okay lah. So most of the student can get a full mark is like that. So ini mesti mahirkan lah. Cari variance, cari standard deviation, cari mean. Memang SPM tahun ini mesti ada soalan macam ini. Mesti. Sebab kita ada tajuk di Form 4 and Form 5. Right. Measure of dispersion. Group data and ungroup data. Form 4 is ungroup data. Form 5 is group data, right? So very important. Kalau boleh sampai Form 4, Form 5 ada, itu memang ada soalan nanti. And then last question 17 is also very, very easy. Very, very easy. Yeah. Sebab dia tak tahulah kenapa tidak ada kesukaran di sini. Siapa yang bercakap? Jen. Semua sudah ada sekarang. Okay, Stephanie boleh dengar? Stephanie? Halo, Stephanie? Tak dengar. Rosiana? Halo, Rosiana? Halo?
Yes.
Okay. Boleh dengar. Line okay ke awak? Rosiana. Mungkin line tak bagus. Alia, awak punya line okay ke Alia?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, next we go to the last questions. Last questions. Mana dia? I can hear you clearly. Yang lain boleh dengar suara saya dengan jelas ke? Boleh bagi respon, Evelyn?
Yes.
Yes, Oh, Joseph sangat jelas. Saya pun dengar awak sangat jelas. So maybe I think kalau awak tidak boleh dengar suara saya dengan jelas itu kerana you punya line tak bagus lah. Okay. So caranya ialah mungkin maybe you left and then you come in again. Kadang-kadang dia macam di line kalau dia putus-putus macam itulah. Kena keluar masuk ataupun tunggu dia memang okay sikit. Okay. Tapi tak apalah kalau you tak dengar suara saya. At least you boleh nampak screen okay lah. Stephanie Okay, question 17. Question 17 is about the matrix. Matrix. So this time also we have a matrix in section B. So you are given the matrix P and matrix Q. Okay, this is a P and Q. Okay. So you are asking to find the P, Q, and QP multiplications of P times Q, Q times P. And then the second part Is it PQ equals to QP? And give a reason. Okay, so this is PQ and QP lah. P times Q, you will get negative 2, 14, 1, negative 14. And QP is negative 6, 23, 2, negative 10. Nanti apabila bersemuka, saya akan ajarlah bagaimana kita buat pendarapan dua matriks. Bagaimana buat pendarapan dua matriks guna calculator. Guna calculator, terutamanya calculator yang terkini itu. Dia boleh dapat ini ya. Senang saja, okay? Bukan senang lah, kita perlu key in lah. Ini jawapan dia, you catat. And then what is the reason? Apa sebabnya? Bukan sebab, adakah dia P sama dengan PQ sama dengan QP? Tidak sama kan? So PQ not equals to QP. Okay. What is the reason? Because not all the elements are bukan not all, memang semua tidak sama kan. All elements are not corresponding. All elements are not corresponding. Okay, so this is 2 marks. 1 marks for this one, and 1 marks for the reason. Okay, this is 2 marks, 2 marks. So all together here already 6 marks. Okay, and 17 part B, determinant. Okay, this one I want to discuss about the determinant. What do you mean by determinant? Determinant means only AD minus BC. You only need to do AD minus BC. So A times D, 1 times 8, minus B times C, negative 3 times 5. Negative 3 times, this is 3, sorry. Negative 3 times 3, okay? So altogether is 16. 17, sorry, 17. 8, 7. 8, 9 is 17, yes, 17. So the answer is 17, not 1 over. 1 over itu salah sudah. Tidak ada 1 over, only 17. Only 17. This is about the determinant. Determinant 2 marks. You can use a formula 1 marks and the answer is 1 marks. 2 marks. And then for the section C, you are asking to find the value of M and N. M and N. This one means that you find the inverse. Kalau you not find the inverse, is okay. But finally, the answer should be M equals to 6 and N equals to negative 7. Okay. Sebenarnya kita boleh buat macam ini ya. Mana soalan tadi saya? Okay. So we try to do this one. And this I do the inverse and then we compare to the first part. We do the comparison here later on. 1 over, I try to find the inverse matrix. 4m minus 7. 4 times m, 1 times 7. And then m is going out, 4 is going down, 1 to become negative 1, 7 to become negative 7. So now we can do the comparison. 17, if you look at the fraction, 17 is equal to 4m minus 7. Okay, 17 equals to 4m minus 7. M equals to 6. And then another one is about the M. M already. Mana N? N equals to negative 7. Negative 7 here. N is negative 7. Direct, can you get it? Can you get it? Alright, negative 7. Okay, tak perlu darab banyak-banyak lah. Sebenarnya ini kerana 1001 inverse matrix. So you can found the 417m, found the inverse and then compare to the first part. and then you will get m equals to 6, n equals to -7. That's why only 2 marks. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we try to go to the last part. The question is asked you to, by using the matrix method, find the value of P and Q. Oh, this is a linear, simultaneous linear equations. This part. Okay. So the answer should be, first of all, you try to write down into the matrix method, matrix equations. Okay. So the answer is P equals to 3, Q equals to -5. Saya rasa soalan ini tak perlu banyak berbincang. Ini memang tak ada masalah. Majority of student can make it well. Okay. Tetapi langsung tidak ada kesukaran lah. Bagi saya kalau dia di bahagian question 16, 17, sepatutnya at least soalan ini kena ada dalam situasi lah. At least kebab situasi. Tapi dia bagi yang normal, ini anggap sebagai latihan boleh lah. Okay. So that is a set 1, paper 2 for the Pelangi. Okay, next we go to where? We go to Saspadi set 2, paper 1. Saspadi set 2, paper 1. Okay, so photos are not yet hand in, please do it. Awak masih boleh hantar lagi ya. Saya harap hantarlah supaya boleh kita semak. Okay. Sudah. So kita pergi ke siapa lagi? Ini saya left dulu. Okay. Sekarang kita pergi ke soalan Saspadi ya. This time saya harap boleh tengok lebih jelas lagi. Okay. So this time saya guna mungkin scan akan lebih jelas lagi lah. Okay. So itu dia. So kita tengok bersama-sama. This is Saspadi set 2 paper 1. Okay, now we turn to the Saspadi set 2 paper 1. Okay, so di sini dia adalah ada ini awak tengok ini SPM 2. 2 maksudnya kertas model 2 lah. Means the set 2 set 2. Okay, and then paper 1 kita boleh tengok sini lah 14491. 14491. Okay. Okay, questions number 1. Diagram 1 shows a graph. Okay, this is a graph in theory graph. In Form 4 lah, this topic in Form 4, right? Which of the following is a subgraph? Oh, this one is very easy, a subgraph. Okay, kalau dia guna A, D, C, this one is wrong because actually this is E6, right? E6 tapi dia buat E2, so salah lah. Ini A sudah salah. Kita B, B boleh tengok B. Mana B dia salah kah? Dia guna A, B, C. A, B, C is E1. Oh, this one also wrong. Actually, this is E2, right? And this one is E6. Sudah salah. Oh, bukan lah. And then we go to C. What is the wrong for the C? A to E. Oh, A to E mana? Kita tak ada A to E, right? We didn't have a connection AE ya. If you look at the graph, AE dia kena melalui C. So tidak ada direct. Ini pun salah. So the answer should be this one called A to D is E1, E7, E5, E8. And then the point is A, D, C, E. Yes, this one is correct. So the answer is D. Make sure that everyone is correct so that we can choose it. So the question number 1 is D. Okay, very easy. Subgraph. Subgraph means part of the original graph ataupun seluruh graph itulah. Okay. And then number 2. Which of the following is not involved in the financial management process? Not involved. Kita ada 6 proses. Right? Last year, dia boleh tengok balik ya. Mungkin saya bacakan untuk awak. Mana saya punya nota hari itu? Sekejap Form 4 last chapter. Process. Yeah, we have 6. We have 6. That is number 1 is setting the goal. Number 2, evaluating the financial status. Number 3, creating the financial plan. Number 4, carrying out financial plan. And the last one, review and revising the process. So we have 5 process here. 5 proses. So antara berikut yang manakah tidak terlibat? Okay. Questions number 2. Setting the financial goal is correct. Reviewing and revising, yes, the last process. Evaluating the financial status, yes. So the answer is B is wrong. Setting the type of expenditure itu bukan dalam proses pengurusan kewangan. So kali ini saya ada satu soalan pengurusan kewangan di section A, yaitu kira cash flow. Itu senang lah, cash flow. Soalan kali ini memang senang. Kalau buat betul-betul memang makan penuh. Okay, so this is questions number 2. Okay, questions number 3. Which of the following is a statement? Number 3. Which one is a statement? Statement. Sekejap saya tengok statement. 5 power of 0 equals to 1 lah. This one is statement. Statement means either is true or false. For example, D, 2S plus 3 equal to 15, this is false. Kita bukan false, kita tak boleh tentukan true or false because we don't know what is the S. Maybe the S is apple, orange, we don't know, right? Okay. Question mark, so not statement. Sila please stand out. Ini ayat apa kita panggil ini ya? Ini pun bukan. Gloria, apa kita panggil ayat ini? Kalau dalam BM, please stand out, ada satu nama. Ayat apa?
Perintah.
Very good. Ya, ayat perintah. Thank you. Okay. Mana dia ini? Ayat perintah. Okay. Ya, so ini bukan lah. Okay, so the answer should be C for number 3. Okay, number 4. Which of the following is not a type of general insurance? General insurance, if you refer to your notes, general insurance we have 5. Insurance motor, insurance, motor insurance, and then fire insurance, and then medical insurance. Medical and health insurance ada. Kali ini saya buat medical and health insurance. Saya sudah beritahu tadi. Personal accidents and travel insurance ada. Kita ada 5 general, ada 5. So sini sudah ada 3 lah. So ini bukan insurance disaster insurance itu bukan bukan general insurance. Oh, very easy number 4. Okay, number 5. Saya rasa number 5 ada soalan tertentu, ada pelajar banyak salah, nanti kita tengok tolong maklumkan saya. Saya rasa memang jawapan salah lah, tapi saya tidak ubah. Sebab saya nak masa kita bincang itu kita sekaligus ubahkan, betulkan nanti which of the following points lies in the region of the inequalities y greater than negative 3s minus 5. So we try to substitute. Okay, if the answer is A, okay, let's say that I use A, y equals to 0, s equals to negative 4. So we substitute. X equals to negative 4. Equals to 7, is it? But our y is negative 0. Our y is 0, right? 0 less than 7, not greater than 7. So this one is wrong. You can do like this. So our answer should be D. So we look at the D. Y greater than negative 3s minus 5. Okay, y equals to negative 8. And then the s equals to 2. You substitute the s equals to 2. So negative 8 is greater than negative 11. Yeah, correct lah. Negative 8 greater than negative 11. This is correct. So the answer for number 5 is D. And then questions number 6. Diagram shows a 7 points drawn on a Cartesian plane. Point P prime is an image of point P under translation. Under translation. Okay. Which of the point ABCD is an image of point Q under the same? Okay, so kita boleh buat macam ini. From P to P prime. 1, 2, 3. Negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Positive because going up. So the translation is negative 3, 4. Right. So now we try to do for the Q. Try to do for the Q. Okay. Q 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 going to the left 3 units and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the answer should be B. B. So answer should be B lah. Okay. For number 6. That is a translation negative 3, 4. Translation negative 3, 4. And then question number 7. Question number 7. Sudah kah? Okay, Gloria.
Okay.
Siapa left group? Alia and Rosiana. Okay, we continue. Okay, we continue. Question number 7. Okay. Diagram shows 2 triangles X and Y and a point P drawn on a grid of equal square. Okay, so which of the following shows a correct pair of object image and scale factor under enlargement of P? Kalau kita tengok di sini, kita belum tahu lagi siapa objek, siapa image. Tapi ini kalau kita tengok kita punya pusat TP sekejap. Ini pusat TP. Kita boleh guna pembaris untuk lukis ini. Pusat TP memang bucu ini pergi ke sini ya. And then ini pergi ke sini lah. Okay. So ini memang enlargement tapi dia punya object image opposite side. Opposite side means we have a negative for the scale factor. So scale factor mesti negative. So B already wrong. Because no negative. Okay, now kita semak lah. Kalau object is X, image is Y. So what is the scale factor? Small go to the big is 2, is it? At least the answer should be negative 2. But this is negative 1/2, so A is wrong also. And then for the C, if Y is the object, S is the image, now the scale factor should be negative 1/2, but dia guna negative 2, so this is wrong. So the answer should be D. Okay, kalau Y object, X image, bigger to become smaller, 1/2, fraction. Saya sudah pernah beritahu. So negative 1/2. Negative 1/2. So answer for number 7 is D lah. Okay. So you can jot down the step and so on. And then number 8. Number 8. Ini pun banyak belajar yang salah. Which of the following is not a tessellation? Not a tessellation. The answer is number 8. Kalau kita tengok A ini bentuk dia, ini betul tessellation, C and D. So not tessellation is B ya. Kalau kita tengok apa yang dia tak sama dia, ini tak ada kan? Tiba-tiba ada satu. Mana yang lain? Tak ada pun. Kan? Dia mesti semua kena ada. Baru seragam. Sekejap. Okay, next we continue. Sorry, we continue. Question number 9. A company has a allocation of 8,000 ringgit to buy S office chair worth 120 ringgit each. Which inequality represent the situations? So kalau dia ada peruntukan 8,000 so maksudnya dia tidak boleh melebihi 8,000 kan? Dia hanya boleh kurang daripada atau sama dengan 8,000. So we need to use less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. So the answer C lah. Sebab dia hanya ada budget 8,000. Kalau you beli lebih 8,000 tak boleh lah. Dia hanya ada 8,000. Okay, so C ya. Number 10, ini saya tahu boleh kata hampir semua belajar salah. So saya rasa memang jawapan salah lah. Tapi saya tidak betulkan masa itu sebab kita nak bincang and then kita tengok apa yang kesilapan dia di sini. This is going down. This is the shadow region. So actually is less than, because this is a solid line. Solid line, so less than or equal to. Less than or equal to, the answer should be B. Tapi jawapan saya di sini, apa jawapan saya? A. Patutlah. So nanti saya akan betul balik Awak tak perlu betul balik, saya betulkan sendiri Nanti saya akan tambah balik soalan ini Number 10 is B. Number 10 is B Tetapi awak boleh tick betul lah, tambah satu. Saya rasa kebahagiaan most of the student get the B ya. Sorry ya, so this answer question is wrong. Sekejap ah. Okay, sekejap. Sorry. Memang jawapan tidak salah. Tidak salah. Kita tak boleh buat macam ini. Bolehkah? Okay. Soalan ini memang dia licin. Okay, sekejap ah. Okay. Kita tidak boleh tengok terus macam ini ya. Sorry ya, kita tak boleh tengok terus macam ini. For this type of question, remember next time, apabila awak jumpa soalan ini, ya ada nampak tak? Y ini di depan Y dia negatif oh. Negatif. Right. Jadi kita perlu, kalau ikut persamaan ini, S minus 2Y, okay, because X, kalau ikut persamaan S minus 2Y greater and not greater less than actually answer is greater than or 6 because if we do this negative 2y greater than or equals to negative 6 plus negative x plus 6 because I move the s to the right side. And then this is negative in front of y, so I divide by negative 2. When we divide by negative 2, it will become y. This is divide by negative 2 is 1 over 2s. Okay, negative to become positive already because negative 2, negative, positive lah. And this one is a negative 3. But because we divide by negative, so the inequalities greater than should become less than or equal. Or less than or equal. Less than or equal. Y 小过的 less than or equal, right? So if we look at here, this shader region is less than or equal, is it? Less than or equal. So means that the original, this one, the inequality should be greater than. Should be greater than. So the answer should be A. Yeah, correct. Should be greater than. Sebab negative 2y. Apabila kita ubah sebenarnya dia less than or equal to. Okay, so the question number 10 is correct. A. Lain kali kalau you nampak persamaan ataupun ketaksamaan seperti ini, y kalau depan dia negatif, dia akan terbalikkan dia punya inequalities. Normally y on the left side. Terutamanya untuk section B paper 2 just now lah, Bung ada satu soalan kan yang kerusi office itu kadang-kadang kalau ada negatif itu, kalau tidak betul nanti lukisan kita semua salah. Nah, ini bahagian yang perlu ambil perhatian lah. Questions number 10. So answer is correct. Your answer is wrong. So anda perlu tak boleh tengok terus di sini lah, dia kena jawab sebab dia negative 2y. Saya terlepas negative 2y. Negative y so greater than. Apabila buat less than ya, baru kita boleh mematuhi dia lah jawapan dia. Okay, 11. Regular octagon. Regular octagon is interior angle x minus 2 times 180 divided by x. Berapa? 135, right? So interior angle for the octagon, regular octagon, 135. So means that this is 135. Everyone, 135. 135, 135, 135. So I know that this one is 135 also. So we know this is equal, right? Okay. So what is the angle here? 135. Also this one is 135. Ini sama dengan ini y lah. Let's say that this is y. So we can find a y first. So ini 4 sisi ya. C, D, E, F is a 4 sides. So 360 lah. Total minus 135. Minus 135. Divide by 2 because I want to find the y. So that is 270，690，45. Okay, and then for this part, yang tepi ini yang sama ini 180 minus 135 divide by 2. So this is 22.5. Okay. 22.5. So kita tengok yang ini ya sekejap. Okay, this one ini 3 not 3 This is 135 all together is 135. So 135 minus y. Y is 45 minus the 22.5. So you will get the x. So the s should be C lah, I think. 67.5. C Okay, so you try C. You coba. Okay. All right. Okay, we continue. This is number 11 already. Okay, so tomorrow we already 8:30. Okay. Yeah. So 8:30 already. So this is question 11. So tomorrow morning we will start 9 to 9:40. 9 to 9:40. After 9:40 to 10:30, you continue the set 2, paper 2. Set 2 paper 2 kepada yang belum siap lah. So esok kita akan sambung objektif, kalau boleh kita siapkan sampai 40 lah esok. So I think now it's already 8:33. So we stop here lah. Okay, so thanks for your attendance. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Kepada yang malam ini jangan lupa. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Nazim? Hello? Nazim?